She asked the question in silk. Why don't you want me? Her fingers traced my chest like nothing had changed. Like I was still blind. I smiled. Because rage is loud. Power is quiet. I don't want intimacy with you after your lover. The words didn't shake, she did. For a second, her face lost color. Then came the performance, her confusion, outrage, wounded innocence. What are you talking about? I almost admired her. Almost. There was a time I would have died for her. 8 years of marriage. 2 businesses built from nothing. A house that smelled like ambition and jasmine candles. I worked late. She said she supported my drive. She said she was proud. We were partners. Or so I thought. I remembered our early mornings, coffee on the balcony, her head on my shoulder. I remembered the night we signed the papers for our first property. She cried, said we were unstoppable together. I believed in us. That's what betrayal feeds on, belief. The distance began quietly. She guarded her phone. Changed passwords. Started yoga classes at odd hours. New perfume. New lingerie. Not from me. I didn't confront her, I observed. A husband who panics loses leverage. A husband who waits collects it. The confirmation came on a Tuesday. She left her tablet on the kitchen counter. Screen lit up. A message preview. I missed last night already. My chest didn't explode. It froze. I opened it. Photos, hotel confirmations. Conversations that weren't just physical. They were intimate. Private jokes. Future plans. With him. A man I had shaken hands with at a dinner party. I scrolled for exactly 12 minutes. Enough to understand. Not enough to break. Then I put the tablet back exactly where it was. That night I kissed her forehead before bed. And began planning her end. Revenge is an impulse. It's architecture. First, I met a lawyer. Quietly. A forensic accountant followed. I shifted assets into protected trusts weeks before she realized anything was wrong. Business shares restructured. Properties reassigned. Separate accounts opened in legal ways she couldn't contest. I gathered evidence, screenshots, hotel CCTV through a private investigator, timestamped entries, financial trails. I documented everything. While she laughed at his messages in the bathroom, I was dismantling the illusion of security beneath her feet. I even invited him over twice, smiled across the dinner table, watched the way they avoided eye contact. Guilt has a scent, sour, obvious. They thought secrecy made them powerful. They underestimated patience. 3 months passed. She grew bolder, less careful. I grew colder, more precise. By the time she asked, "Why don't you want me?" I already owned the board. Execution requires timing. I chose our anniversary dinner. Family, close friends, her sister, even him, my business acquaintance. I gave a speech first. I thanked her for 8 years. For loyalty. For partnership. She squeezed my hand, smiling at the audience. Then I connected my phone to the living room screen. Silence fell as screenshots filled the wall. Messages, photos, hotel receipts. Her voice messages calling him the man who understands me. No dramatic music. No yelling. Just truth. Documented, time-stamped, undeniable. Her face drained slowly this time. No acting left. Gasps around the room. Her sister covered her mouth. Someone muttered, "Oh my God." He tried to stand. I spoke before he could. "Sit." And he did. Power is fascinating like that. I turned to her. "You asked why I don't want you." My voice was steady, calm, surgical. I don't want intimacy with someone who gave herself to another man and expected me to fund the illusion. Tears formed. Real ones this time. "Please, we can talk about this." We just did. I handed her a folder. Divorce papers. Signed, filed, with evidence attached. "Everything you think you own," I added quietly, "is legally mine." Her hands trembled, flipping through documents. The house? Protected. Businesses? Secured. Accounts? Limited. She hadn't noticed the slow shift. That was the masterpiece. He tried to defend her. Said it wasn't serious. Said they were in love. I looked at him. She's free now. And for the first time that night, I smiled genuinely. Because love without money, without comfort, without stability would reveal itself quickly. I knew it. They both did. The fallout was swift. Friends distanced themselves from her. Reputation travels faster than lies. His own partner found out within days. Scandal spreads efficiently when handed evidence. Within a month, they were arguing publicly in a cafe I happened to pass by. No more secrecy. No more thrill. Just consequences. I didn't need to destroy them. I simply removed protection. She called me weeks later, crying. Said she made a mistake. Said he wasn't who she thought. I listened. Silence is heavier than insults. You didn't lose me, I told her. You traded me, and trades have value differences. I hung up before she could respond. Now, months later, I sit alone in the same balcony where we once drank coffee. The air smells cleaner. I don't feel rage. I don't feel triumph either. I feel clarity. Betrayal didn't break me. It revealed me. I learned something dangerous about myself. I am capable of loving deeply and leaving completely. She thought intimacy was physical. It isn't. It's loyalty, respect, alignment. Once that's gone, touch means nothing. She asked why I didn't want her. The truth? I stopped wanting her the moment she chose someone else in secret. The revenge wasn't exposure. It was indifference. And that is permanent.